It's day 14. Your running shoes are still parked by the door where you dropped them, but this morning you stepped right over them and went straight for the coffee instead. The streak is broken, and you likely assume the problem is you. You didn't have enough willpower. But the data tells a completely different story. Researchers tracked 146 people for 90 days to see who could build a new routine. The study found that raw self-control capacity barely predicted who formed a habit. The people who succeeded weren't the ones with the most discipline. They were simply the ones who performed the behavior more consistently. Today, we are going to stop relying on motivation. Instead, we are building a 5-step digital action plan based on these research findings, designed to work even when your energy is low. To follow along, open up a blank digital workspace. Use Notion, Apple Notes, or a simple Google Doc. Pick exactly one habit you want to build. Just one. By setting up this document, you're transferring the heavy lifting away from how you feel on any given morning. We are going to build a specific link between a cue and an action, so the behavior eventually begins to run on its own. Step 1. At the top of your document, type 1, the action. Before you fill this out, look at the goal you have in mind. Whatever it is, you need to make it smaller. Usually, we commit to an hour at the gym or reading 50 pages a night. For 2 or 3 days, you ride fresh motivation and get it done. Then, a busy day hits, the hour-long block feels impossible to start, you skip it, and the streak dies. Here is how we fix it in the document. If you typed out, "Go to the gym for 1 hour," highlight it, delete it, and write, "Put on my running shoes and step outside." Make the action almost silly easy. Want to read more? 1 page. Journal? 1 sentence. Habit formation is driven by the volume of repetitions, not the intensity of the effort. Research shows that doing 2 minutes of work every single day wires the brain's automatic response faster than struggling through 30 minutes once a week. By shrinking the target down to its absolute minimum, you remove the need for motivation. You ensure you show up and complete the loop even on your worst, most exhausting days. Next is step 2, the cue. Even a 2-minute habit fails if you don't have a specific prompt to start it. We cannot rely on your memory to remember when it's time to act. Instead, we use a strategy called habit stacking. Your day is already full of automatic behaviors: brushing your teeth, brewing coffee, sitting at your desk. You are going to bolt your new habit directly onto one of these existing, deeply wired routines. Add this formula. 2, the cue. After I existing habit, I will new action. Be specific. After I pour my morning coffee, I will write 1 sentence. Immediately below that, add step 3, the context. Use the same time and place every day. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Psychology split habit builders into 2 groups. The people who practiced in a stable, consistent environment reached automaticity much faster, hitting their repetition goals up to 83% of the time. Every time you change where and when you do the action, your brain has to work harder to link the situation to the behavior. When you lock down a specific cue and a physical place, your environment does the work for you. You stop needing to decide to act because the situation itself prompts the response. Now we need to protect Disney's system from inevitable setbacks. This is step 4, the rules. This timeline shows data from a 2010 University College London study. You may have heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit, but the actual time required to reach automaticity averaged 66 days. Add that to your document. Expect it to take 66 days. If you hit day 22 and the routine still requires effort, you aren't failing. You are simply on the standard biological timeline. The same study also found that missing a single day did not meaningfully harm the long-term habit formation process. So we add 1 rule: never miss twice in a row. If you slip up on a Tuesday, your only goal is to get back to the coffee and the notebook on Wednesday. Many people quit because they treat a single missed day as a total reset. Understanding these statistics prevents that spiral. 1 missed day is a rounding error. The habit forms through your overall consistency. Finally, step 5, the reward. Type in how you will mark the completion of the habit the second you finish. Draw an X on a calendar or check a box. The long-term benefits of fitness or learning are delayed by weeks or months. Because your brain repeats what it finds rewarding in the moment, you need to provide an immediate hit of satisfaction to bridge that gap. This small spark of success is what makes your brain lean toward the cue tomorrow morning. It transforms a forced routine into a behavior that feels satisfying to complete. Look at your screen. You have taken a vague desire and converted it into a specific system. You have a micro-action, a reliable cue, a stable context, a realistic timeline, and an immediate reward. To start, execute step 0 right now. Physically prepare your environment for tomorrow. Set the running shoes by the door or put the book on your pillow. Remove the friction before you wake up. If this guide gave you a clearer way to build your routines, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel create more of these step-by-step guides for your feed. I want to see what you're working on. Copy your habit stacking sentence from step 2 and paste it into the comments below. I read those to see the systems you're building. When you have a functioning system, you don't have to be a hero to make progress. Let the plan do the work tomorrow. Click the playlist on your screen to keep this momentum going, and I'll see you in the next one.